cops have a simple job of implementing the law and ensuring that they catch the criminals. However, with significant power comes a lot of trouble, and some evil cops end up destroying their careers. Just like this cop who had the audacity to point a gun at a kid.
Hands! Put the phone down now! Sit! Lay down! Lay down! Lay down! Put the phone down! Stand up, okay? Stand up, you're good. Stand up, I got you. Hey, you're good, you're good. All right, stand up, I got you. You're gonna be okay. Stand up, I got you.
The individual seated in front of the car was none other than the driver's 10-year-old son. Without hesitation, the officer drew his gun, intensifying the already tense situation. However, things were about to take a turn for the worse.
I'm gonna detain you for right now, okay? Let me get every form, set it on the ground so we don't break it, all right?
I didn't run from you! I didn't run from you!
Are you okay? That's fine. These come off just as easy, all right? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Right now, we got two detained, car secure.
Can you put it in my pocket?
Two detained, 1534.
Is there anything in pockets we need to know about?
No, nothing.
All right.
Here, you can check.
You're okay, all right?
The boy was subjected to intense scrutiny, and to compound matters, the officers began to treat his father brutally right before his eyes.
Who's in the car with you?
Dad.
It's your dad? Okay. Do you know why he took off running? You know why he took off running?
No.
You got it, I can't breathe, I'm fucking off.
All right, he's gonna be okay too. Don't worry about it, all right? You're okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
Stop pulling away from me. Stop moving. Stop. Wow. Stop. Where's the sergeant? Stop. Get off of me, dude. Stop.
I'm gonna pull your mask up, okay? You're okay? You're not hurt at all?
No.
That's when the father realized the dire situation his poor son was in, prompting him to vent his frustrations toward the officer. It's safe to say his actions were justified given the circumstances.
Can I call my mom?
Yep, we'll let you make some phone calls in just a little bit, okay? He's okay. He's okay.
Are you in here?
He's all right.
Why the fuck do y'all got my son in here?
Here, do me a favor. Let's go over to this side of the car, okay? You're good. You're good. You're good. It's all right. Where's your mom at?
He's at home.
My son in handcuffs.
All right.
Why do y'all got my son in handcuffs, bro?
At this juncture, the officer recognized the grave mistake of aiming his gun at the innocent boy and tried making amends in the following moments.
I was actually just taking him over to the car to do it. All right, you're good. Do you want to call your mom?
Yeah.
All right, we can call your mom.
You want to have a seat right there on the curb?
Go and sit on the curb, all right?
Right there.
You're good. You can stand. You can sit. It's up to you. I get it.
The boy remained petrified, still in a state of shock after the events had occurred. Nevertheless, despite his distress, he managed to reach out to his mother, who was able to convey the terrifying events that unfolded.
I don't know.
What is it? Huron Street?
Huron
The
Street.
Kroger and Huron Street, 94.
Kroger on Huron Street, 94.
What do you mean? What's going on?
My dad got pulled over.
Oh, my. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm coming from FC. Tell them I'm on my way.
Okay, just tell her everything's okay. He's all right. So just hurry, but don't hurry, okay? We don't want you to get into an accident.
As the child waited for his mother to arrive and pick him up, the police officer remained occupied with rectifying his earlier mistake.
Y'all good? You need a water or anything? You thirsty? Gatorade? Hey, Cassette, can you? I'm gonna grab him a drink.
Okay.
You want a Gatorade or a water?
Gatorade.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Can
called
you
it here,
get,
I called it
it's a bag in the car and it's green and
Yep.
it's my grandma's gift.
I never
Okay, yeah,
saw
we'll make sure we
it.
get everything for you.
I got your.
They're gonna have to do some things with the car just because, you know, what happened.
Moments later, the boy's mother arrived at the scene and took him home. Meanwhile, the driver, who was the boy's father, faced arrest and charges including second-degree fleeing and eluding, possession of stolen property, resisting and obstructing, child abuse, and driving on a suspended or revoked license. Subsequently, the boy's family initiated legal action against the Pittsfield Township Police Department, seeking $400,000 in damages for the mistreatment of the young child. It's insane what the cops did to a 10-year-old, but the inhumane treatment of this veteran surpasses even that egregious act.
Call your dog off! Call your dog off!
The incident occurred on October 13, 2021, after someone contacted the Gastonia Police Department, reporting a person panhandling on the streets. Shortly afterward, Officer Sierra Brooks arrived at the traffic stop where the individual stood.
I just saw you take money from that car.
Yeah, you saw me take money, but you didn't see me ask for it.
All right, let me get your ID, okay?
You can't ask for my ID for
Yes, I
somebody
can.
giving me money.
Okay, get your dog, okay? Yes, I can. It's called panhandling.
But it's not panhandling if I didn't ask for it, is it?
ID. You can give me your ID or you can go to jail for RDO. Which one you want to do?
What's the ID for that?
Because I'm about to write you a citation
For what?
for panhandling.
That's not panhandling.
The individual in question was Joshua Rarer, a disabled and homeless veteran, accompanied by his service dog, Sunshine. It appeared that the officer had already made up her mind before approaching the veteran, as she kept making things difficult for him.
You walked out to the car.
Because they stopped. Did you see them
Okay.
stop?
Give me your
You
ID.
saw the whole situation.
Give me your ID or you're going to jail for RDO, which is resist, delay, obstruct. Okay?
You're gonna write a disabled veteran that's living in the woods a ticket.
Yes, because I asked you not to do it, and you
I
did
didn't do it. You
and I
see
sit
me.
there
I
and
come
watched
up here. I'm
you.
packing my stuff
I
up.
sit there and watched you.
You watched me walk up the
To
sidewalk.
Baker Third City. I'm out with that.
Officer Brooks's treatment of the homeless veteran was downright cruel and heartless. What's even worse, her behavior was about to escalate further.
I didn't commit a crime. I'm recording.
You violated a city
No, I
ordinance.
didn't. No, I didn't. There's no city ordinance that says somebody can't give me money. Because I
And
did
you
not ask.
obstructed traffic.
No, I didn't. They
Okay.
did. They did. They obstructed
Give me
traffic.
your
You're
ID.
the one in the car.
Give me your ID, sir.
I'm not giving you my ID because I didn't break the law.
And I can almost guarantee you it's not going to go the way you want it to go.
I want to talk to a supervisor.
He's
because I
on his
didn't
way
do
out
anything
here.
wrong.
He's on his way out here.
Upon Officer Brooks' request, Officer Maurice Taylor arrived on the scene. Veteran Rarer believed he might stand a better chance against Taylor, but he quickly discovered he was mistaken.
She's trying to write me a ticket because I was walking up this, packing
No.
up. She told me to pack up.
I told
and
you
I was
I
literally
will-
rolling up my roll.
listen.
And somebody stopped
Listen.
and gave me
Tom,
money. And
listen.
you saw it yesterday. He saw it too. People give me money without me asking. I don't have to ask.
because you're, first of all, I mean, it can be inferred, okay, because that's the way the law works.
Right.
Things can be inferred. So if it appears that you're violating the ordinance,
But-
that's how that works.
As it happened, Officer Taylor had a history with Rarer. Nevertheless, even with their past interactions, he showed no sign of empathy toward the homeless vet.
You're in a median, right? You're waving at people in the median after I've told you.
Down like this.
Yes.
I sit there and observe you, and that lady is a witness down there.
Yeah, and I walked up here because
Listen,
I packed
listen.
up like you told me
I just
to.
want you to know you can go to jail for this ordinance.
I know that, and I was packing
listen,
up.
if you
That's why I'm
continue, if you continue to argue with officers, you're going to go to jail.
I'm
and
not
you're,
trying to
and we're
argue.
going and we're
I'm
going
just trying to
and
say
we
I
are
didn't
and we
ask
are
for
and we are
money.
going to call animal control for your dog. You got it?
The officer then went as far as threatening him with arrest. Faced with a deadlock, the veteran decided to produce some identification.
And I was literally walking
I also
up here.
asked
I
you
didn't
not to
ask
take
anybody
money.
for money.
Okay.
That's right. I'm taking this to trial.
You can.
That's
I
fine.
am.
You can.
It's going to go to trial anyway. You don't even have to ask.
Oh, there you go.
No, your state ID, not your VA
This
ID.
isn't valid. It's not valid.
I need your state ID, not your VA ID. I'm gonna ask you one more time.
It's not even valid.
Give me your
It's
state
out of
ID.
date.
However, Rarer presented his veteran ID card, a move that clearly displeased the officer, who then proceeded to take an unexpected action.
You're being arrested.
Whoa, what
You're under
for,
arrest.
dude?
Turn around.
Are you kidding me?
Turn around.
Do
Turn
y'all
around.
see this?
Turn around.
Somebody help me!
Turn around.
Hey, what are you doing?
Stop.
What are you doing?
Sir.
Mama!
Hey.
What are you
Hey.
doing?
Call your dog off. Call your dog off.
As the officers attempted to place him in handcuffs, Rarer's dog, Sunshine, began to create trouble for them. This sudden development escalated the situation into chaos, leading the officers to take drastic and unthinkable actions.
Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Sir, call your dog off. Call your dog off. He just bit me. He bit me. Call your dog off. To Charlie. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. We need. To Charlie 10 City. We need more units. We need more units.
The officer tased the unfortunate dog, causing it to quickly flee, leaving Rarer in a state of panic and shock. He cried out hysterically, still struggling to comprehend the bewildering events that had unfolded.
Hey! Stop! What are you doing, man? Somebody help me!
Turn around.
Record!
Turn around.
Record this!
Turn around, sir.
Help me!
Sir, turn around.
Help!
Turn around.
Why are you doing this? Help me! What are you doing?
Negative.
Relax. and give me your hands.
As chaos unfolded on the road, a concerned passerby stepped forward and questioned the officers about their inhumane treatment.
Please help me. Why are y'all doing this to me?
What did they ask you for?
They asked me for my ID, and then he grabbed me and tackled me.
Because you wouldn't give it to me.
I was in the
you wouldn't give
process
it to
of
me.
handing it to you.
Guys, y'all, please settle this nicely because this guy has been out here for months. His dog was never
Okay, we're doing what we have
They
to do.
tased my dog. They tased it. Please record this.
It's really sad how the dog
We got
treated.
Please record this. Why are y'all doing this to me?
The woman appeared heartbroken, ensuring to express her anger and emotions in front of the other officer who arrived on the scene.
That's it out here all the time.
Dude,
I
they
get it, but it doesn't
tackled me
change
for
the fact
no
that the dog
reason.
bit me.
We all
Okay?
see. We
Can y'all
all
just back up, please?
Did you see the dog biting his foot?
Dude, he tased my dog. Of course. Like, seriously, why are y'all doing this to me?
Okay, but we have to do our job.
And his dog with it.
We have to do our
Here's
job.
the thing. Y'all didn't see the whole story, so just back up.
Dude,
Be nice right now. Really be nice. As long as I support y'all. Support us. Don't use it as your own.
Well, you did not hear this. You did not see the whole story.
Please help.
The officers shamefully defended their actions and bullied the woman out of the area, attempting to silence her as she exposed their lies and hidden agendas. As more officers and police cruisers arrived on the scene, Rarer went through an emotional outburst.
Somebody please help me. They're trying to kidnap me.
Did he see the dog bite?
I don't know what they do with Sunshine. Where's my dog? Sunshine Ray. Where's my dog? Where's my dog? Where's my dog?
None of the officers showed any concern for the old vet. Instead, they were preoccupied with covering up their mistakes.
The dog got on the hood of the car, and the dog began barking. The dog initially barked and bit my boot, but it didn't break my boot. I did not want this dog to bite my partner. You understand? Okay, we asked for his ID. He refused us to give us his ID.
The officer explained that the dog merely bit his boot, causing no pain or injury. This revelation sheds light on the officer's tendency to lie and their disdain for the general public, especially homeless veterans.
I understand the VA ID doesn't have certain information on it. I'm also a veteran myself. I get it. Yeah. Okay. So and he nips it like he nips at my foot. It doesn't nip, but he actually bites my boot, but it doesn't break my boot. At that point, I'm telling him to call off his dog. Okay? Yeah. At that point, yeah, that's exactly where it was. I told him to call off his dog. The dog jumps up on the hood, and I'm thinking it's going to bite Brooks at this point as we're doing this, because the dog is obviously worried. It's going to try to protect his owner. It already bit me. Okay. So at this point, once the dog looked like it was about to get close to Brooks, I tased it. Because that was the logical thing to do, so my partner...
Officer Taylor's confirmation of his own veteran status raises even greater concern, highlighting his lack of empathy and respect for his fellow brother in need of help, not abuse.
I've told him before to get off the median.
As I was speaking to the witness, I'm looking back at him, and he walks from there down to here with his hands like this, and then goes and gets money from.
Okay. I did not want the dog to bite my partner while we're trying to detain a man, and we don't know what he has on him. Of course.
The sergeant listened intently to the officer's clarifications, making a decision to thoroughly understand what had transpired.
And you seen the dog go which way?
It ran down this way somewhere.
Let me get his info and then, we're good.
All right. But I'll dock my body cam. I'm good, but
EMS or anything?
no, it's...
Rarer was subsequently arrested on charges of panhandling and resisting arrest. Although Sunshine survived the encounter with the police officer on October 13th, she tragically passed away a few days later after being struck by a car. In July, Rarer reached a plea agreement that resulted in all of his cases being dropped. He also lodged complaints about the demeanor of the officers throughout the encounter. However, the Gastonia Police Department maintained that the officers had followed department policies after conducting an investigation. Well, if that wasn't bad enough, watch how this officer nearly caused a fatality to his own partner. On December 21st, 2022, Genesee County Central Dispatch received a call regarding a person who had fired a pistol outside the caller's home. Immediately, 4 officers were dispatched to the location, and chaos erupted within minutes. During the chaos of the gunfire, Officer Cody Monroe committed a grave error by shooting across the fence, inadvertently hitting Burton police officer Dalton Christie with some of his shots. Without hesitation, Monroe rushed over to Christie's side.
I got him! He's hit! Get the down!
247. Offroad traffic.
I'm going to you, Christy.
46.
I got it.
From 2133.
Where you at? Where you at?
My legs.
Okay.
My legs and my right ankle.
13 for status.
Sir, get back!
Get back! Get in the house!
Christie was struck in his lower body, sustaining 7 gunshot wounds, a revelation that came to light later. Remarkably, despite his injuries, he remained composed and even aided the officer who came to his help.
Where you at? Where at? Right here. Hey, step in. Right here. Step in.
1811 for a 10.
Sign up, big shot.
Copy that, 33.
Yes, I know the suspect. He's underneath the fence. You good?
Can somebody verify the location of the...
Yet, the incident didn't end there. Officer Monroe found himself facing another grim situation. Deputy Brandon Fatching, who had been in pursuit of the suspect, fell victim to 2 gunshot wounds inflicted by the perpetrator. In a swift turn of events, Brandon managed to fire 5 shots at Patrick Pinston, the suspect, ultimately ending his life. However, the exchange left Brandon critically injured, urgently requiring assistance.
What's the address here? Are you hit?
What is the location of the officer?
Watch fire. You hit? Alright, get down. And the leg and chest. Wait, no, try to get right here! Don't move! Move! Don't fucking move!
Deputy Brandon had been shot in the chest, the bullets piercing both his chest and his magazine pouch. He lay in desperate need of aid as a multitude of officers rushed to his side, responding to the urgent call for assistance.
Hey, him! Where you hit? He's hit hard!
I got it.
Open it. Oh. You got it?
You with me? Just keep breathing.
As help started to arrive, the paramedics also moved over to take care of Officer Christie, who was in severe pain as well.
Taking Saginaw north to 475 north.
C unit.
We're going to be going down Saginaw.
35. What do you need, Gordon? I got gauze.
Copy that. Saginaw to Half Hill.
We're going to take out this whole boot.
You still with us?
So I think we can go ahead and take out this thing.
If there's not a game on Unit
Officer Christie exhibited remarkable resilience, bearing the weight of his injuries with unwavering strength. However, moments later, Officer Monroe came to a stark realization of the gravity of his actions.
I think one of my bullets hit Christie. I think my bullet hit Christie.
You fired at him?
Look at that guy in there moving on the outside fence. He's right there. He backs up.
Stop talking.
I don't think I hit the suspect. I think one of my bullets hit Christie. Because I saw the medic and he point, shot, and he backs up and he points, and then I just saw a blur behind the fence, which I thought was the suspect. And I fired around that fence. And I think one of mine hit Christie in the leg.
Well, this officer made a grave mistake, but that's nothing compared to the actions of this next off-duty cop.
Stab in the face.
I literally just walked by and said I'd call.
What happened, sir?
Three guys drove me in the car and pulled me in the, and they drove me south.
All right, thank you. You're the best.
In the face too.
You've seen.
Where'd they stab you with?
Right here, he hit me probably 3 or 4 times.
I just called.
Really hard, and then he got me right here.
Thank you.
So, and then
Hey, good luck.
Yeah, thanks, man. So, but I had a.
Do you have any idea who it is?
Dude,
You were in a
Spanish,
car?
so
You said you were in a car with them, right?
they pulled me into a car.
The shirtless man was later identified as 40-year-old Chad McCardle, who happened to be the Boston Heights police chief. The off-duty police officer was on vacation in Florida when this incident occurred.
Here's what's fucked up, dude. I'm a cop. Here's my. So here's what's fucked apart. Welcome, boys. No, dude, seriously, look at it.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know what your guys' problem is, but
Okay.
they had it's even like my girlfriend.
Where did they
bar.
pick you up at?
Whatever bar that dirtbags.
Dirtbags? Dirty Harry's?
Yeah. Yes.
Dirty Rick's and Dirty
yes,
Harry's?
yes.
Okay.
Officer McCardle claimed that he was stabbed multiple times. However, there were no sort of injuries or even a mark on his body that confused the officers. Despite this, they kept on listening to what he had to say, and that's when he said something alarming.
They took me to some alley, they started kicking me in the face, and like I grabbed a stick and started stabbing. So,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure I killed one of them.
You think you killed one of them?
Yeah, he started kicking me right in the fucking nose, and I was like, dude, I'm like whatever, and
Where did you walk from? Do you
down
know?
down here, and I started screaming. I'm like, would you guys
Show me where you walked from.
Sorry.
The officers were shocked and alerted as they heard the officer talking about killing someone. That's when the investigation started getting interesting.
They started kicking me in the fucking nose, and I'm like, dude, just fucking stop. So he's like, you, I want your girlfriend. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like,
So what? So you think you have some sand on your face?
yeah,
Where did this came from?
he had like he was just like bludgeoning me with like a fucking stick or whatever, and I was like, dude, f- you. Like I cracked the stick, and I was like stabbing the neck, and he just like I know he was bleeding. So
Where did this happen? Where did they look like?
it's an alleyway, like right on there. I put a like a taxi cab over, and he's like, dude, call 911, and he's like, and he drove off. So I was like, hey, like you guys, like whatever. So like whatever, but there were two guys. He had a white beard, black.
You said he has a white beard?
He had a black beard. Super white, fucking black beard.
Seeing the officer's condition, the cops even started to wonder if he had a little too much to drink the night. However, McCardle persisted in claiming that he was stabbed.
Still in Ohio.
You're on vacation?
Yeah.
Where are you staying at?
Swear in Miami. We came in here for one night.
Okay, where are you staying at down here?
Airbnb at Keelan High Street.
So where's your girlfriend that you said?
I have no clue. I can't because they kept trying my phone, so I can't activate it. So
Who's they? Who kept trying your phone?
there's a white dude with a black beard, and there's like a heavy set dude with like a gray and white beard. So yeah, man. I'm a cop too, so that's what's.
As more officers arrived at the scene, McCardle continued to repeat his story, emphasizing his status as a fellow law enforcement officer.
You're Chad, right?
I'm Chad. I'm chief of police where I work, so that's like, dude, like this dude dragged me down the alleyway and started kicking me in the face. I like broke a stick, started stabbing him in the neck. I don't know if the dude's dead or not. So I was aiming right for here. I'm telling you, that dude right there, he like came up, kicked me in the face. I was like, all right, let's fucking go. I broke a fucking branch off and started just stabbing. So
The officers kept listening to his side of the story before they went onto the alley where the alleged fighting took place, according to the officer. They discovered a homeless man there who revealed significant details about the troubling encounter.
Need you come out here. What's your name?
Joey.
Joey, did you hear any commotion going on? Like a fight or something that's broke out?
Yeah.
You did? Come out here for me so I can see you. I'm in the alley right behind 424 Southern, and I'm out with the 77 that stated there was a fight that just took place here.
Oh, just hiding from him.
You were hiding from him?
Yeah.
So what did you hear?
I don't know. The guy just,
Was it right here or was it over here?
it was, well, I was standing right there.
You right here? Okay.
and he kicked me in the back.
Kicked you?
Yeah.
The homeless man added another twist to the tale, asserting that he had been kicked in the back without any reason. That led the officer to inquire about it in detail.
I mean, out of the blue.
If you could describe this guy, what did he look like?
About your size.
Okay, what was he wearing?
I don't know. But
did you notice anything that you'd be able to pick out?
I would say he was blonde or redheaded.
Okay.
That's about
skinny
all.
guy, kind of bulky, heavy set.
Kind of. Your size.
Did you do anything to him when he kicked you?
No.
No.
I hit the ground. Matter of fact, my back is.
The narrative was indeed pretty hard to digest, but it also made sense. And the officer also made sure to go down to the details, leaving no stone unturned.
What's going on there?
So when he came up and attacked you, did he say anything?
No. He said, I'm gonna kill you.
So you were standing right here. Where did the guy come from?
That way. Because he kicked me in the back.
So you were standing right here. Okay? So you're standing right here.
Turn around.
So your back was facing to the alley.
Yeah.
And he just walked up and kicked you. So you didn't see him coming, is what you're saying?
I didn't see him coming, didn't hear him. And when I hit the ground, he kicked me a couple more times.
Okay.
Now, the officers had listened to both of their narratives and had to make a decision. They decided to talk the matter among themselves first, before passing the final verdict.
Note all of his stuff that he said into the report, but whatever happened with that, he's not been able to provide any type of even close to a description. White beard, black beard, like you can't give any description of all these people. Says he stabbed multiple times, there's absolutely zero stab wounds on him whatsoever. All we can corroborate is that he beat this poor guy up in an alley for no reason. So, who wants to press charges? So, 10-15 away, bud. All right, turn around, put your hands behind your back. We are going to detain you right now.
The homeless man also told the cops that he recognized McCardle was the man who kicked him. On top of this, McCardle's shoes were also found inside the alley. After careful consideration, the officers concluded that the entire fiasco was fabricated by Officer McCardle to hide his hideous act of beating the homeless guy.
Whole another investigation occurring at this point. Two IDs on this police ID. I need to make a...
You're at the hold that for right now. There's no bathrooms around.
Where's your car at, Ivan?
Give me the keys to your car. I'll go get your car.
Jad McCardle was arrested and taken to the police station where he was charged with beating a homeless man with no apparent reason. He was placed on a paid administrative leave. However, just a few weeks later, the charge against him was dropped after the homeless man died in Florida from unrelated causes, as there was no way to prove the case. Well, this officer certainly got off easily, but the next one ended up getting what he deserved.
Do not release the dog with his hands up. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Don't.
On July 4th in Columbus, Ohio, a police officer attempted to stop a truck driver for missing mud flap on his semi-truck. However, the driver didn't stop and instead led a large-scale pursuit by the Circleville Police Department. For once, the driver seemed to stop.
Okay, I'm coming to a stop.
Get out of the truck! Alright, you just pull back out.
Okay, Okay, are you switching over to Quick County or Ross County?
He took off again. We're heading northbound, 23. 1959 Jackson, I'll have driver.
The driver was later identified as 23-year-old Jadarius Rose, who got confused and nervous as to why the cops were pulling him over. As he saw the guns coming out, his fear escalated and started to drive away. However, he was finally brought to a stop once the spike bars were placed right in front of the truck.
I need an update for 1020 again.
Tell them to stop there, or they got them wrong. Hey, that's a dog! Come to me! You know one bit!
Within moments, Mr. Rose got out of the truck with his hands raised, visibly unarmed. Among the officers present was also a K-9 unit, and despite the officers repeatedly almost shouting to not let the K-9 anywhere near him, the officer handling the dog did the unthinkable.
On the ground, you're gonna get bit. Come to me, man!
Do not let them, don't release the dog. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Don't. Do not. Get the dog off of him. Get the dog off of him.
Get the dog! Out the dog!
The officer released the dog over Mr. Rose, who absolutely mauled him. The reaction of the other officers reveals the entire story.
Get the dog off! Get your dog! Get it out! Get it out! Please! I got squad.
Okay.
Don't get a call now. So be a squad for the suspect. Our units are clearing the vehicle now.
Put your hand back. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Get the first aid.
The truck driver was in terrible pain, and he made sure that his cries were heard. The officer who let the dog on him made a grave error, but still, he had no remorse for it. Every officer on the scene realized that they'd made a mistake, and they were trying their best to rectify it. Nevertheless, it was evident that irreversible damage had already been done.
What? Yes, clear that. You got a first aid kit going up there now? Yeah. Was that not loud enough?
You said it 3-4 more times.
Just let the dog bite me. Why would you touch my left arm? No, why you keep bending my arm?
We're trying to get it wrapped.
We're wrapping it up. We're not trying to hurt you.
Here.
The officers did the courtesy of providing him with first aid as they bandaged his injured arm. Despite their efforts, he remained in excruciating pain and needed proper medical attention.
Tire on the truck is deflated, buddy.
65 calling new exit. It should already be around. Go ahead.
Okay, no further.
Okay.
You still need the truck RP.
Give him a time.
Go ahead with it.
Buddy, I loosened it up. I can't. I'm not putting it any looser. I can put two fingers in.
What can I, y'all? If anything, y'all just tighten it up. Yes, y'all did.
My handcuff keys on the road.
Trying to get me to lose my arm.
You're laying on it.
I'm not laying on it.
You was laying on it.
Not the left one. Not the left one. My right one, because my left one.
Just saying, try to help yourself a little bit. Stay off of it.
Loosen it up.
No.
The cops called for the EMS, but it was taking ages to arrive, just as usual.
We're on their way.
How long is it gonna take?
I don't know.
Well, you need to know because my arm is hurting.
They'll get here as soon as they can get here. That's why I don't want to.
Sit up, man.
No, it hurts.
You wanna lay down? That's fine.
Finally, the EMS arrived, and Mr. Rose was transported to a hospital where he received the necessary medical treatment. He was later taken to the Ross County Jail, where he faced charges of failure to comply. He remained in jail until being released on July 7. On the other hand, K-9 officer Ryan Speakman was promptly placed on administrative leave and an investigation started. Just one day after, Officer Speakman was fired from the police department. However, it's still not clear why Mr. Rose refused to stop for the police, but it's evident that the officer made a grave mistake. Fortunately, he was at least punished for his actions. This officer did something evil, but even this pales in front of what the next officer did. On April 27, 2020, the Los Angeles Police Department received a call from the owner of a property regarding a trespassing suspect on Houston Street.
I own the property. There's some people there, and I cannot get access to the property.
Okay, is it a vacant house or does someone live in it?
Yes.
Okay, I understand that. Is he black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
Hispanic.
Okay. How old does he look approximately?
Close to 40s.
40s, okay.
30 some.
Okay, and then the woman that's there, is she black, white, Hispanic, or Asian? So did you want the officers to call you when they're done since you're not there?
Please.
Got it. All right, sir, we'll send a unit out. We'll have them call you when they finish, okay?
Moments after the call ended, 2 officers were dispatched to the area to look for the Hispanic suspect who was trespassing. As the officers went inside the area, they did discover someone on the property.
This is private property.
Private property, let's go. What's up? Hey, nobody's creeping up on you, homie. Okay? I'm not creeping up on you. I'm a cop here. Someone calls us to be here. Yeah, you need to get out of here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, you don't scare me. Let's go.
The suspect appeared to be in a bad mood, but eventually agreed to leave the property on the officer's threat.
Don't come back either. Trespass. Go to jail next time.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to just let you be. Go. You got it. Good job.
They're talking until they get in the handcuffs.
However, just as we thought the drama was over and the cops would be heading back, the male officer engaged in a verbal dispute with the suspect. This was about to lead to chaos.
Yeah, one bet.
Whatever you want, my boy.
I want to bet, yeah.
Do your homework.
Go.
My family lives here, my boy.
Go, turn around, man.
Property,
Go, turn around, man. Turn around, put your hands on it.
What you gonna do, my boy?
Turn around.
What are you gonna do?
Turn around.
What you gonna do?
Turn around.
Do what you gotta do, my boy. You don't scare me, faggot.
Turn around.
Turn around for what? Ain't nobody acting defiant. Ain't nobody getting crazy but you.
459. Get 450. They're going. Give me back up. Put your hands behind your back. Let's go. Let's go, man. Hey.
Think I am, motherfucker? What the do you think I am?
What?
Think I am?
What do you think
you
I
done
am?
some dumb or what?
It seemed like the officer's ego couldn't handle the words of the suspect as he got really riled up and even used some force on him. However, the worst was about to happen as the officer was about to lose his cool once again.
You idiot?
Yeah, you are. Turn around.
I'll turn around, but don't push up on me.
Turn around. Turn around. Put your hands on your back now. Turn around. Put your hands on your back.
Think I am?
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Turn around. Put your hands on your back. Let's go. Your feet. Feet.
Boy.
Spread your feet, man. Spread your feet.
Palms together, please.
Don't fight, man.
Ain't nobody fighting.
Don't fight. You're fighty, man.
Bro.
You're fighty, man.
Ain't nobody fighting.
Ben.
Back there, you need to back up.
Come on.
Stand.
Despite the suspect having his hands behind his back and his feet wide apart, the power-hungry cop mercilessly beat the defenseless man multiple times. The situation was about to escalate even more.
What's wrong with you, mother? What's wrong with you, mother?
What's wrong with you, dumb?
Shut the fuck.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
You're not cooperating. You're gonna get hit again. Get on the fuck.
Doing, mother.
Get on the. Go and taste it, man. Get on the.
We got backup coming right now. Come on, come on. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands.
Who are you, dog?
Shut the fuck.
What is wrong with you, my boy?
The female officer who had witnessed everything realized that the officer was in the wrong, as she also didn't tase the suspect despite the other officer asking her to. Soon after, backup arrived and tried to handle the situation that was worsened by the ego-driven cop.
Shut the fuck you, dog.
Hey, chill out, bro. Chill out. Chill out.
Shut the.
3, 4, 15 man.
Fucker, that's why I hit you.
I didn't grab shit.
You grabbed my hand. So shut the.
Shit, but okay, do it here.
I had you. Yeah.
Dog, screw. I'm not tripping on anything.
How my fear get like that? How my fear get like that?
I beat you.
Seeing the other officers arrive, he tried to play the victim card by falsely claiming that he was attacked first. Shortly after, plenty of neighbors also came out advocating for the poor victim.
Steele, chill out, all right? 453 Rogers, gonna be a 4-4, suspect in custody.
She wasn't cooperating.
Huh?
Guys, he's the most friendly guy, right?
He's the most friendly. Get inside. He's the most friendly guy. Attacked me.
I really don't. But he's a really
Just get inside.
This evil cop completely lost his cool, but these next tyrants did the unthinkable.
Yes, ma'am. I don't need any help at the moment. I don't need any help at the moment, ma'am.
Okay, you cannot be here if you're not here to see anyone for parole.
There's a sign that says for visitors. I'm here to do a FOIL request for some public documents.
Are you recording?
I'm taking some pictures and video.
Okay, you cannot do that.
Why can't I do that? There was a lot of signs up front. None of them said that there was no pictures or videos allowed.
The receptionist wasted no time in passing her judgment, insisting that recording was prohibited. Reyes, however, was not going to give up his constitutional rights so easily.
So I will ask you to leave because we cannot have any filming in here.
So the only reason you're asking me to leave is because I'm recording?
Am I making myself clear?
Ma'am, you are very clear. I can hear you perfectly fine. I just, you're not my parole officer. I don't have a parole officer, and you don't have no authority over me. So I would ask that you de-escalate a little bit and talk to me with some respect, the same way I've been talking to you with respect, ma'am. Do I make myself clear? Is that talking to somebody with respect, ma'am?
The receptionist overstepped her bounds, but upon realizing Reyes wasn't backing down, she escalated the situation by calling parole officers.
Hey, how are you?
So this gentleman is requesting for a FOIA.
I'm just taking some pictures and video in the publicly accessible area, sir. May I get your name?
Once he calls back, the rest always trespassing.
I'm trespassing? How am I trespassing? This is a public lobby. Can I just get your names and badge numbers?
If you're not on parole and you have no business here.
The parole officers were caught off guard by Reyes' assertiveness, as their expressions showed their lack of competence.
What's your business?
I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story. This is a publicly accessible area. This is a lobby. I'm working on a story on the New York State Department of Correction and Community Supervision.
Okay. They have a unit that deals with if you want information from DOCCS that they can provide that to.
Oh, I'm sure they do have a unit that provides information. I just like to go randomly and unexpectedly to public offices and publicly accessible offices and conduct my investigation.
The officers only worsened the situation, with one displaying an undeniable ego as Reyes posed his next question.
Can I get your names and badge numbers?
Preston, 1939.
What would you say, sir?
Preston, 1939.
Preston? And your name?
I'm P.O. Rookwood 9.
You're the one that said I was trespassing. I'd like to know who says I'm trespassing.
I'm not giving you.
Why would that? Are you a public servant?
I'm not giving you.
Do you work for the public, sir?
Of course.
So why wouldn't you acknowledge yourself?
Reyes realized that he was up against a group of tyrants, and the situation showed no signs of improving anytime soon.
So I'm not
Well, you don't know who anybody is until you meet them.
Exactly. I don't know who you are.
And you just met me.
I don't know who you are.
So you're not going to provide your name? Are you a supervisor here?
No.
None of you are supervisors?
No.
Can I speak to a supervisor?
They went to go get it.
After a wait, the receptionist returned with the supervisor, who proved to be just as rude and uncooperative as the rest of the staff.
Well, the door was wide open. Hey, sir, how are you? Hey, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Are you a supervisor here?
Yes, sir.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Sean. I'm an independent
Do you have
journalist.
identification?
I don't have any identification on me, and I wouldn't hand it over if I did.
What's the purpose of your visit?
So I'm an independent journalist. My name is Sean. I'm here to exercise my First Amendment right, just to gather some information. I'm working on a story on the New York State Department of Corrections.
The supervisor insisted on obtaining Reyes' ID, despite lacking any valid reason for such a request. At this juncture, the situation was growing increasingly challenging.
I wasn't aware that I needed to carry ID, sir.
You're in a government building, in a law enforcement building. Do you have identification?
I wasn't aware I was obligated to
answer
carry
the question,
identification, sir.
Do you have identification?
No, and if I did, I wouldn't give it to
photo
you.
Identification.
No, and if I did, I wouldn't give it to you, sir. I haven't broken any laws.
The supervisor disappeared momentarily, only to reappear with a clear agenda, showing no regard for fairness or reason.
Do you have identification with you?
You asked me that several times already, sir, and I don't. And if I did, I wouldn't give it to you.
You have no legitimate purpose to be here. You need to exit this space. You may stand outside. Otherwise, you will be arrested.
For what?
Okay? Trespass.
This is a public
You
building.
have no legitimate business here. Please leave.
My legitimate business is asking questions of government officials. I'm here to ask
We do not
questions.
speak to the media. I can give you a number that you can call.
Reyes found himself being trespassed from a public building, a clear indication of the corrupt supervisor's lack of understanding of the law. This was just the beginning of the escalating tyranny.
Please exit
Okay,
the
so can you
building.
grab me the
I will
number?
give it to you. Please exit the building.
All right, I'm just gonna take some pictures of these
There's
publicly
no-
accessible.
I need you to exit the building.
Sir,
now.
this is a small lobby. I'm just here to
Excuse
grab
me.
some content for
Sir,
my story, and then I'll be on my
excuse
way.
me.
Okay?
I need you to leave the building.
And I
Do you
will as
understand?
soon as I'm done
No.
conducting my lawful
I-
business,
no,
sir.
You have no lawful business here.
I do,
Please,
sir.
no. You have not produced identification as requested by me. I'm the supervisor in this building.
I don't have to
I
provide
need
you
to-
identification.
Okay, then you have to leave.
With each passing minute, the supervisor's hostility grew, and his demeanor indicated his intellectual defeat at the hands of the auditor.
Maddie's on the phone with them now.
There's,
Presley, get him on the phone.
there's no need to waste law
Sir,
enforcement's
please
time.
exit the building.
This is a constitutionally protected activity.
You have to leave. This
Are you
is
law
a
enforcement?
Yes.
You're in law enforcement?
Yes. Please exit the building. You have no legitimate.
So you're saying
purpose
if I
to
don't
be-
exit the building, you're going to arrest me?
you will be arrested. Please exit the building.
And your name is?
My name is Officer Koshin.
Koshin?
Koshin,
Officer Koshin.
please.
All right, officer. Your name, Koshin, will be on the federal civil rights lawsuit, okay?
However, Reyes had one final task before he could leave the building, and without hesitation, he pressed forward to request it.
And your name?
You have refused to
And your name?
provide any documentation.
I'm asking
Please
I'm asking one of your officers their
Please
name,
leave.
and they're not providing their
They do
name.
not have to answer you. Please leave.
All right,
If you have
we'll figure out
if you
who he
provide
is.
identification, we'll be more than happy to talk to you. I will
So
send
because
that-
I
will
don't have
give you
identification,
that
you're
number.
not going
Please
to
leave.
talk to me?
Please leave.
Sean Reyes was furious witnessing such treatment, and at that moment, he resolved to give them one final lesson on the law.
This is ridiculous. This is a small lobby. This is a small public lobby. I've already seen everything that I can see. This is ridiculous for you to be
please
acting
leave.
this way and for your officers to be acting this way,
Please
especially her. Do I make myself clear over there?
Please
Because that's not
leave.
the way you treat members of the public. I don't care if they're on parole or not. Do you understand me?
Sir, you do not have
Okay,
a legitimate
great.
business here.
I'll wait for law enforcement to come and we'll talk to them, okay?
I'm law enforcement as myself, so I'm directing you.
Then you are in direct violation of your oath that you took to uphold the United States
Please
Constitution,
leave.
sir.
You
Yes,
do
you
not
are.
have a
I'll wait for law
legitimate
enforcement to come and I'll speak to them and see what they have
You
to
do
say
not
about
have a
this.
legitimate
Because you're
business.
violating my constitutional rights right now, sir. That's what you're doing. And your other officers here are being unprofessional, which makes sense because you're their supervisor, right?
As he was almost forced to exit the building, Sean Reyes ended up calling the New Rochelle Police Department for intervention. As he waited outside, a couple of officers arrived on the scene.
How you doing today? You mind if I get your name and badge number, sir?
Cruz, 1013.
Cruz 1013. Thank you. Hi, ma'am. And your name and badge number, please? Duncan 1049. Thank you. Thank you. So I guess you were called here just because I'm filming in publicly accessible areas of this facility and around. I'm an independent journalist. My name's Sean. I'm working on a story for the Department of Corrections. Said I would wait out here until you guys came to see what you guys have to say about it. All right? Yeah, sure. No problem. Okay, yeah, no problem. No problem.
The officers went inside the corrections facility, and Reyes once again waited outside for a resolution, hoping the officers would bring some kind of justice.
So we're going to be able to get all the body camera footage. Hey, Sarge, how are you? You mind if I get your name and badge number, Sergeant?
Sure, 34.
34, Murphy?
Yes.
Thank you, Sergeant. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Moments later, the sergeant arrived, and they all disappeared inside to discuss the situation. After a brief time, they emerged, presenting a statement and logic that would leave you puzzled and confused.
Right. So I'm just trying to find out what's your reason, what are you doing to be exact?
Oh, so my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just gathering content in publicly accessible areas for a story I'm working on.
Are you aware that this is a private property?
This isn't private property. This is public property.
As far as I'm concerned, I was told by Mr. Barry Jacobson, the owner of this property. It's a private property, so I'm just trying to find out right now, did he give you permission to video record?
Barry Jacobson?
Yes.
A private individual?
He's the owner of this building.
The officer came out claiming that the building was owned by a private individual and had another concerning thing to say.
This is the section out to the New York State Department of Corrections Community Supervision?
There's two companies inside this building.
Okay.
We have the Department of Corrections and what is
like a drug rehab?
Yes. Yes. We were informed that Mr. Barry Jacobson owned the building. We called him. We asked him if he had give anyone any permission to be on this property currently right now to be able to record in. He said no, he didn't give anyone any permission, but he would like to know who's out here.
However, it was evident that the officers were overlooking something crucial, and once again, Reyes proved himself to be well versed in the law.
Technically, if a government agency is leasing the property, it then becomes under the government agency's control for as far as publicly accessible areas. It's a government agency, it's funded by taxpayers. But if someone else owns this property and they don't want me here, that's fine. I don't need permission to be here. There's no restricted area signs. There's no keep out private property signs. So there's no way of me knowing that. So I have every right to be here currently. If the owner of the property doesn't want me here, that's a different story.
Reyes was indeed correct. When a private building is leased to the government, it no longer retains its private status and becomes a public building. Despite this, Reyes decided to call it a day.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day, okay? Take care. Stay safe out there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for not violating my rights today. You wouldn't do that? Great. Thanks, Sarge.
Sean's stance was undeniably correct, as the parole officers showed a lack of respect and blatantly violated his rights. Sean mentioned the possibility of filing a lawsuit against them, although, as of now, there is no evidence of such action being taken. These officers indeed overstepped their bounds, but what this next officer did was utterly disgraceful, bringing shame upon law enforcement.
Once you sign, I'll explain everything to you.
You won't explain it to me before I sign it? That seems a little unfair, don't you think?
In January 2024, YouTuber and exotic car enthusiast Damon Fryer was cruising down the road with his friend in his blue Lamborghini when a police officer pulled him over. Shortly after, the officer approached Damon to initiate a conversation.
Yeah, sure. It's not because of your loud exhaust.
Yeah, it's loud, isn't it?
It's a little too loud.
There you go.
Okay, look for the registration and insurance.
Yeah, it's right here.
The officer took Damon's license for a few minutes, but returned empty-handed, then proceeded to demand something else.
Hey, can you give us that Huntington Beach address?
Pardon me?
It's not taking the British Columbia.
What's not?
It's not taking this for some reason.
What do you mean?
Is your Huntington Beach address or no?
I don't have a Huntington Beach address.
Okay.
I have my Canadian address.
Okay.
What's the issue?
Yeah, it doesn't not taking it. This is all computers. I should do a paper one.
No, but what's the issue with the car? What's the issue with the car?
The loud exhaust.
Yeah, but it's not from here.
The officer appeared to have prior knowledge of Damon even before the stop, leading to a surprising discovery that would completely alter the perspective of the encounter.
He goes, can I use your Huntington Beach address? So he knows who we are.
Yeah, because right now he has your ID with your Canadian license. Like, there's nothing that says Huntington Beach on it.
No. Officer, I think this officer is, and it is. Remember the guy who yelled at me and told me not to think?
Well, then don't think. That's when people get into trouble, when they start thinking. You understand?
Really?
So, you never gave me.
That's your advice. Don't think.
Okay, yeah, don't think.
Is that him?
That's him.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, so we're on Costa Mesa right now then?
Yeah, still.
Damon quickly realized that he had a history with this officer, and it became increasingly clear that the stop was nothing more than personal.
And that was pretty funny. He's like, can I use your Huntington Beach address?
Interesting, because that's not on your license.
And I was like, well, I don't have a Huntington Beach address. And I don't when it comes to this car. This car is registered to our address in Alberta. Sorry, me?
What color is your hair?
It's brown.
What color are your eyes?
Green.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
And your weight?
My weight? Well, it's the new year, so it's a new me. I'm trying to get down. I think I'm 215.
And
the officer reverted to issuing a paper ticket since he couldn't retrieve Damon's Canadian address from the iPad. At this point, Damon posed a straightforward question, to which the officer had no answer.
So,
let me see the registration.
Yeah, sure. So what's the issue with the car being a bit louder? It's from Canada, so it's a tourist car. It's not from here. So what would the ticket be for?
Which model is this?
It's a Murcielago.
The officer blatantly ignored Damon's questions, displaying a sense of entitlement that suggested he felt above being questioned. Undeterred, Damon posed another question, this time about their earlier confrontation.
So what was interesting was he said, can you use my Huntington Beach address? I don't understand that.
Is this vehicle registered to you?
It's registered to the corporation in Alberta. So it's an Alberta car. It's got Alberta plates. You saw that, right?
It's book covered. I don't know what state it's.
Well, you know now it's got Alberta registration, yeah? Pardon me?
This is part of the company?
Yes.
The officer showed no inclination to answer Damon's questions, and even refused to provide a reason for issuing the ticket.
So what's the issue though? Like an out-of-state car driving here is just like a noise violation? What's the ticket for?
014 November.
What's the ticket for?
I'll show you when I get done with this.
Oh, okay.
Without admitting guilt, I need you to sign here.
Yeah, so what's the ticket for?
Once you sign, I'll explain everything to you.
You won't explain it to me before I sign it? That seems a little unfair, don't you think?
A loud muffler.
Pardon me?
Loud muffler.
What? So, I don't understand though, I want to know the law. So, how is it that the law is...
Please sign here, because you're kind of...
Pardon?
Damon grew increasingly frustrated with the officer's lack of response, but the officer remained indifferent and unapologetic, persisting with the same dismissive attitude.
So, what's the ticket for? What's it? No, I understand that. So, is it a fine or do I...
I'm warning you on the speed.
Sorry, you're warning me on the what? Yes, I'll sign it, but I need you to explain to me what the...
Recorded right now, okay, you're kind of delaying, like you're just going to sign.
No, I understand, but you're asking me to sign something I don't understand.
Another officer had to come over to the scene, and both of them talked to him demanding an explanation for the stop.
Can you explain the ticket to me?
He's asking to sign but not saying what the ticket's for. He's asking questions but he's not explaining it.
I just got here, so I have no idea why he pulled you over. I literally just driving down the street, saw he's out here, so I just...
Appreciate that. Maybe go talk to him, because now he's walked away.
I just want to know what I'm signing. He won't explain it to me.
Meanwhile, the primary officer returned, but despite Damon's persistent inquiries about the reason for the arrest, it appeared that the officer had no interest in communicating.
I just want to know what the ticket's for. You're saying loud exhaust, but I want to know, like, okay, so is it a fine? I don't understand.
The court handles that.
No, I understand the court handles that, but I need to understand, if you're pulling me over, why have I done anything wrong if I'm from another country? Like, my car is legally allowed to be here. When I come here, I'm not told it can't be a certain loudness, it can't be a certain thing. So you're saying something's wrong with my car, I did something wrong, and I'm asking you, okay, can you turn the radio down a little?
So I can hear it. I can't hear.
It's hard to have a conversation with you if you want to give me a ticket for something.
The situation grew increasingly tense as the officer stubbornly refused to provide any reasoning. Adding to the frustration, Damon remained unsure of what he had done wrong.
Are Canadian cars not allowed to come here? Really? Like, you're not going to answer any of my questions? So I'm reading right here, code, loud muffler, speed visual estimation. So what's the speed visual estimation? What, pardon me? Well, you just said that you're writing me a ticket for a loud exhaust, but now you're saying there's a speed thing on here. So you're trying to sneak something else on here and you're trying to get me to sign something.
Seeing the confrontation reach a dead end, Damon decided to take the most sensible course of action available at the time.
Where do we draw the line on this one?
What do you pull more for?
Speeding and loud exhaust.
But you just said just loud exhaust.
I mean, he's delaying my duties right now. You have until the 25th of March to take care of this.
The officer was later identified as Officer Torres, and his demeanor throughout the altercation was entirely unprofessional. That's why Damon decided to head over to the Costa Mesa Police Department to file a complaint.
I've had a traffic situation with Officer Torres.
Okay.
Officer Torres and I have had history.
Okay.
He pulled me over today, explained that he pulled me over for loud muffler.
The officer showed much more empathy and patiently listened as Damon explained the bizarre treatment he received from Officer Torres.
He knew the car, knew who I was before he even pulled me over. Because there's no information on my driver's license or on my car that would suggest that I have a Huntington Beach address down here.
Okay.
So right away, he's basically telling me indirectly, I know who you are. I know your car's down here at this location.
You at some point.
Very, very good assumption, right? Okay. So he's essentially targeting me on some level. And then on top of all that, he wrote on the ticket when he was trying to get me to sign it that I was speeding, a visual estimate, which he wouldn't verbally tell me what the ticket was all for. I could see there was a whole bunch of stuff on it. He was holding it up higher, so I couldn't really see. Like, he wasn't holding it like this, he's holding it like this. Kept trying to get me to sign it.
Damon found himself backed into a corner as he explained how Officer Torres had an entirely different motive behind issuing the ticket.
He's targeting me, so I don't know if it falls into the harassment category because I haven't seen him in years, but he knows who I am. Like, he personally targeted my vehicle today.
Thank you.
What's your name?
So prior to stopping you, I guess what I'm trying to understand is what you're alleging is that prior to stopping you, he knew that it was you behind the wheel of the car?
Yep.
That's why Damon decided to file a complaint. It wasn't about the loud muffler, rather, it was the harassment tactics and complete disregard for communication that drove him to take action.
Just to be clear, the complaint I'm filing a complaint for lack of communication. He was being purposely vague, so I'm professional on some level, targeting me, borderline, obviously harassing me because I've had a run-in with him in the past. That's all, that's why I'm here. Had he not written a speeding ticket, which my business partner and I both know is bullshit, I wouldn't even be here, all right? My car's loud, I get it. I'll pay that fine.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Thank you for taking it. You were very good. Thank you.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we witnessed cases where police officers made some questionable decisions in their line of duty. It was truly shocking to see law enforcement officers behaving in such a way and torturing citizens. Every cop in these videos deserves to be charged for their crimes and must be held accountable for their actions. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video and make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.